the Bullhorn recruitment company, and we help in recruiting employees. I've heard about your company, the City Workforce, but can you please tell me more about it?
Yes, sure. You know, our company is a medium-sized company. We have offices in many cities of UAE, as you may have heard.
Yeah.
We basically work with businesses and contractors. We provide for them short-term and skilled laborers. So whenever they are in need for any number of workers, they just send a request to us and we find the most suitable one for their job. We send the employees directly to the job site. So that's all we're doing here. And if you want any more information, I can talk to my manager, the PR manager here, Mr. Ahmed. He will help you, I guess.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. Hi, Mr. Ahmed. Yeah, Miss Sarah is here from Bullhorn Company. Yes, she would like to talk to you. I don't know. Yeah, of course. Yeah, okay, thank you. So there you can just go to his office.
Okay.
It's down the hall on the left.
Oh, hi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Have a seat, please.
Thank you.
Would you like to drink anything?
Just water, please.
Just a second, please. Hello, Raju. Please do water. Thank you. Bye-bye. So, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Yes, Raju, please come in. This is for you, Sarah.
No, thank you.
Welcome. Thank you, Raju. So, how can I help you?
Well, I've heard a lot about the company, and I'm coming from the Bullhorn company. What we do is we're an international recruitment company. We have a recruitment software where we offer services to firms in order to look for new employees. We branch out to different softwares.
Do you have any catalog or something?
Well, I have a catalog over here, and I can tell you, it will just briefly give you an idea about the company. And
sure, I'll have a look at it.
Yeah. Now, let's learn more about Bullhorn. Bullhorn, as you know, is a recruiting software that helps in recruiting. But how does it work? Bullhorn branches out into different products. First, being the applicant tracking system, which is an online tracking system that helps to facilitate the recruitment process. It uses the software as a service business model, which enables the recruitment professionals to automatically track applicants. That empowers the recruiters to close jobs faster. Using this system, recruiters are able to give instant response to applicants, and application information in Bullhorn are totally secured. The CRM and sales. For CRM and sales, they quickly create and share new contacts and account activity, and it is effectively collaborating with team members to generate new businesses. And also, it instantly tracks client communication through notes and tasks. As for the candidate sourcing is a cost-effective communication channel, and by this, they receive CVs of applied candidates and store them in a database, which makes it really easy. It searches for employers who are in need of a specific job service and places that candidate to the certain task that connects them together. And employers connect quicker with the employees and have a higher operation excellence. Now, by a few steps, let's learn how it's worked. First, they're entering information about the individual and pointing his or her skills and talents. Secondly, Bullhorn generates that information with an employer. And finally, it sends the employee to the employer for the specific job selected. For emails and calendars, how does Bullhorn work? Emails and appointments are automatically opened with Microsoft Outlook. That makes it easy, and no plugins are needed to be downloaded. The recruiter does nothing but to send a message to the distributors list informing them about the new job. Then the recruiter links the perfect candidate to the client and sets up a meeting. But when an appointment is added on Bullhorn, it will automatically show on the calendar, and any action on Outlook email or on the calendar will automatically link to Bullhorn. The newer stage of this step is by the mobile recruiting. It makes it easier to search, view, and contact, and it flattens the recruitment process. It also eliminates the needs for managers to view candidates that apply to their company, and it increases collaboration between employees and employers, and reduces time and increases efficiency. Finally, the last step, which is time and expenses, that is divided into different stages, being accuracy, speed, visibility, invoice and payrolls, and costs, as well as saving up to 75% on processing costs. But why Bullhorn? Why is Bullhorn so different from other technologies? Because Bullhorn is strong in the staffing segment, and also to show Bullhorn's strong stage, Bullhorn has users such as Randstad Holding, that is an HR recruitment company, also Kelly Servicing. This shows us how strong Bullhorn is. But why does City Workforce need Bullhorn? Because Bullhorn is one of the first recruiting technologies, and Bullhorn has many different features. Bullhorn's growth and placement rate keeps increasing also, and Bullhorn is reliable and a secure application. Bullhorn saves time by narrowing down its search, making search more effective, so you don't have to waste time. Also, Bullhorn offers customer service in times of need, and also Bullhorn is devoted to investing in new technologies. All of this together, this shows us that it's a competitive edge. What is Bullhorn's impact on City Workforce? As you can see, these are the impacts that Bullhorn has on City Workforce. Now, let's learn more about the value chain. City Workforce's value chain before Bullhorn was like the inbound required more time for setting up a meeting between a client and a candidate, and operations to find an applicant, they had to go through all the CVs that were best to find out which one was the best suitable applicant. Now, with the help of Bullhorn, we find out that the inbound has changes. First, by the receiving CVs, handling them and storing them in a database. Therefore, this is made easier, and you just have to go through a database. In operations, it analyzes information about a client and an applicant and connecting employees to clients. Also, Bullhorn has improved the entire structure of the value chain for City Workforce. The 5-Force model. 5-Force model branches out into different stages. By its potential entrants, its substitutes, its suppliers, its rivalry, and buyers. By all the information stated, potential entrance is to implementing a new IT system that takes quite a while. Therefore, this leads to a problem that it's a threat to the new market entrance and making it decrease. As for substitutes, they have newspaper, ads, and job sites. For suppliers, since the applicants will get employed to a desirable job faster, therefore this is having a high switching cost. As for rivalry, competitors of Bullhorn offer the same service, but rivalry in recruitment market is high. As for buyers, it is time-consuming and possibility of finding a low-skilled labor is high. Therefore, a buyer will have a high switching cost. Now let's learn more about the IT strategic grid. As for Bullhorn, it falls in the strategic grid, since their invention and development do require a high IT application, whereas it has a high impact if the IT breaks down currently. Most of Bullhorn programs is based on IT, and that's why it stands in the strategic grid. Bullhorn also needs to invest in improving current technologies as well as creating new technologies. What are the costs, benefits, risks, and opportunities? This is done by the SWOT analysis, that are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Here's a job description that has been entered into Bullhorn. In Bullhorn, the job data fields are fully configurable, so you can lay out the jobs the way you want, based on your business. Typically, there are multiple job descriptions that are designed for internal or external viewing. Posting the job is simple. Just choose the sites you would like the job posted to and post it. Once the applicant responses are returned, the recruiter can click on the binoculars and see the resumes of the best candidates before parsing. Once it's online, Bullhorn will parse the applicant responses and link them to the job. It's easy for you to see where a resume comes from and assess the return on investment from your job board subscriptions. It's also easy to bring a resume into Bullhorn. First, click on the file attachment and choose Parse as a new candidate. The resume is completely parsed with a full overview of the candidate. All of the candidate's information, including experience and skill sets, are brought into Bullhorn.